Your current rank, the amount of your bonus check, and the level of satisfaction or dissatisfaction that you have in your business right now is the direct result of the vision you have for yourself. Hey guys, Randy Gage back with another episode of the Duplication Nation MLM podcast. And I make that statement in the beginning to challenge some of you who might have recoiled a little at that and said, what do you mean? No, my bonus check is down because the economy is bad, or the prime minister did this, or I've got a stupid sponsor, my company doesn't pay enough in the comp plan, or the um, products are too expensive. I promise you, those are not the primary factors for where you are in your business right now. Where you are in your business right now is the result of the vision you created for yourself. And some of you might say, well, no, but that's, I don't have a vision. That's kind of my problem. No, that's not true. Everybody has a vision, but it's important you understand there's three types of vision. There is negative visions, there's positive visions, and there's neutral visions. Negative vision, pretty simple. We all know people like this. You might recognize yourself in this scenario. These are the people who say, I'm always a day late. I'm always a dollar short. If it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. The worst things always happen to me. All the good guys are married or gay, and you just expect bad things to happen. That's a vision. It's a negative vision, but it is a vision. Of course, the neutral vision is to people who like, oh, happy hump day. I have somebody sends me a text literally every Wednesday, happy hump day. And they're the people, thank God it's Friday. And they just kind of figure you get through existence. You keep your head below the cubicle. Try not to draw attention to yourself. You work your job. You get home. You get a 12-pack of beer. You put on Netflix and chill for the weekend and don't have to think about your life until Monday morning when you alarm clock goes off and you go back to work. There are billions of people with neutral visions in the world. And then, of course, there's the positive visions, the people who actually expect to be successful. Now, I coach a lot of teams. I coach and guide a lot of athletes from beginner level to elite professional people I've worked with. I can tell you this, the teams and the athletes who expect to win a lot more than the people who don't. And I can tell you in network marketing, it's the same way. The people who really have a vision of whatever the top rank with your company is, you know, quadruple diamond, the people who have a vision of themselves at that rank are the ones most likely to get it. They have a picture in their mind. So it's really vital what kind of vision you have. And it's really vital that you are aware of what kind of vision you have. And it's really vital that you do whatever you need to ensure that you have a positive vision. If you ever read my Radical Rebirth book, then you know I broke this down into a science. How we get programmed with the mind viruses that are out there circulating, how they cause our foundational beliefs, how they influence the vision. If you want a deep dive, go and read that book. But I will save you some time right now, and I'm going to give you the components of how a vision cycle is created. Because what happens is once you create a vision, you then manifest a cycle of how that vision plays out, right? see some, family, they're out to dinner with the kids. The kid knocks over his drink, and what does the mom say? I knew that was going to happen. Okay, what does that tell us? That tells us that's a negative expectation. You hear those contests they play on the radio, you know, hey, caller number 27, you're going to win $500. And, oh, hello, you're calling. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. They can't believe good things happen. They go to another event and there's a door prize, and the winning number is 50001 zero, 5000010, and they've got 50011. They're like, I knew I was going to lose. It's always that way. Right? This is you create a cycle. You expect bad things to happen, or you expect good things to happen, or you just expect to get by, depending on what your vision is. So let's talk about this. Might be the single most important podcast you ever listen to in your entire life. And I have no reservation, no compunction about saying that. I really mean it, because I know what this knowledge did for me. A guy who comes from a genealogy of generation after generation of people in my family who had a negative vision, how I had that negative vision for the first third to almost half of my life, and what happened when I learned what my vision really was, when I learned the core foundational beliefs I had, when I learned the kind of negative programming that I was subconsciously, unknowingly exposing myself to, and how I was able to transform my health, my happiness, and my prosperity by understanding this concept of vision cycles. So let's look at it. 4 steps in how one is created. 4 components, let's say, not steps, components. First one, your programming forces you to develop core foundational beliefs. Again, deep dive, Radical Rebirth book. I actually will break down your life into 6 of the most important categories: money and success, marriage and relationships, health and wellness. For example, you're a young kid, your parents are bickering all the time. One is unfaithful to the other, one is abusive to the other. You develop a core foundational belief about what marriage and relationship looks like. And then you grow up and you're 40 years old and you like, it can't be my marriage is bad because of the model I learned when I was 7 years old. But yeah, that's exactly the cause. You've just gone out and manifested what you thought marriage looked like. So that's the first thing, you're programming. What are you programmed with? Talk about one of the areas is health and wellness. Well, if you're in my family, you're just programmed that by the time you're 60 years old, you're on 10 prescription medicines. By the time you're 70 years old, if you're still around, which is iffy, you're on 15 prescription medicines that you take every day. And you're 60 pounds overweight, and that's your programming that, wow, this is normal. So your programming causes you to develop foundational beliefs. That's the first component. The second part is where the vision comes into play, because your core foundational beliefs are what cause you which type of vision you create. So if you were programmed that money is bad, rich people are evil, you got to be a bad parent to be successful, and successful businesses exploit people and take advantage and pillar the environment, that will determine, you'll have a vision of you don't want to be like that. And you know what's going to happen then? Subconscious self-sabotage. So I say this podcast could transform your life. Third component, your vision determines your daily habits and actions. My vision for myself is that at 75 and 85 years old, 90 years old, I have mental acuity, I'm active, have strong core strength, I'm flexible, I'm still playing softball or tightrope walking or, playing for the San Diego Padres at first base, whatever. Because I have that vision, it determines my daily habits. It determines that, hey, I get up every day and I do cardio because I need to keep my lungs strong and the oxygen going through my blood and the blood pumping through my heart. It determines, hey, I need to do resistance training to give muscle tone. I need to do stretching so I have flexibility, right? But I only do those things because I have a vision of wellness, not a vision of sickness. And then the last component, your daily habits and actions create your destiny. Life, success is not a microwave, it's a crock pot. It's what all the ingredients you put in the crock pot and then you let percolate all day. And no, you don't create, listen to me very carefully here. You don't create your destiny. You create your daily habits, and then your daily habits create your destiny. This is why in the network marketing training, I'm always talking about what's your daily method of operation? What's your weekly method of operation? What's your monthly method of operation? Because if your weekly method of operation doesn't include meeting people, you're in problem. If that's not in your daily method of operation, you've got a problem. If you don't have self-development in your daily method of operation, you got a problem. If you don't have making invitations in your weekly method of operation, you have a problem. Those actions and behaviors are what determines your destiny. All right, so how do we make it work? How do we make sure to create a positive vision cycle? And the answer is very simple. We're just going to reverse engineer the formula we just talked about. So first part of it is elevate your programming and you transform your core beliefs. Elevate your daily programming. What does that mean? If you haven't already gone to duplicationnation.com and subscribe to the weekly update that comes out every Wednesday, do that. That's positive programming. If you're not already a subscriber to this podcast on YouTube or audio or both, subscribe. Do it right now. If you're serious about the business, you want to be a leader, go to mlmconfidential.com and pay. That's a subscription one. You got to pay. It's a very reasonable price. Pay to subscribe to that newsletter. And then be watching your email for March to April. And by the way, I'm recording this in late February 2024 for you guys who are watching in the future. But March to April, my new book, The ABCs of MLM, is going to come out. And it's a book like nothing I've ever, well, it's kind of like the Making the First Circle Work book, but only better. It's a book just designed to help new people immediately cross the bridge from hope to belief. I want them to read the first third of the book, which they can do in 10 or 15 minutes. I want them to read that first third of the book before they even call their first candidate. It will anchor their belief. It will anchor your belief. So that's an example. Other positive podcasts, books, the people you associate with, elevate your programming, and then you're going to change your core beliefs. When you transform your core beliefs, you upgrade your vision. When you upgrade your vision, you improve your daily habits. And when you improve your daily habits, you create a positive vision cycle of success. Don't take my word for it. Test it, track it, see for yourself. All right. Thanks for watching. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Make an investment in yourself. You're really worth it. All right, guys, go out and have an amazing day. I love you guys. Peace.